Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to learn that how to compare two lists together. So let's begin. Python allows us to compare lists. Each element is compared in lexicographical order. And what is known as lexicographical order? When we make a comparison in alphabetical or dictionary order, then we call it as lexicographical order. Like whenever we need to search any contact number in the dictionary, we always make a search according to alphabets. That means according to names. Similarly, if I'm going to compare my two lists, then I will make the comparison on the basis of elements stored in the list. For comparison, we apply relational operators like less than, greater than, less than, equal to, etc. And we always get either true or false as a result. And true and false, these two values are known as Boolean values. For example, if I say L1 is containing 4 number of elements and L2 is also containing 4 number of elements, and if I check the equality of both the lists, then I am getting the result as false. Now, why am I getting false? Because although both the lists are containing 4 number of elements, but the elements are not equal to each other. If we compare 1, 2 and 3, these 3 elements in both the lists are equal. But if we come on to fourth element, then L1 is containing 4 and L2 is containing 5. And these two elements are not equal. So now we are going to learn some comparison operators. So equal to. Equal to is always denoted with double is equal to sign. So I'll be writing L1 is equal to L2 or not. So I'll get the result as false. And I have told you the reason that the last elements are not matching, not equal to each other. Similarly, if I say not equal to, then we always denote not equal to in this way. And I'll be writing L1 is not equal to L2. I'll be getting the result as true because yes, my both the lists are not equal to each other. Next is greater than. We always denote greater than as this. I'll be writing L1 is greater than L2 or not. So I'll get the result as false. Why? Because 4 is less than 5. It is not greater than 5. Similarly, if I check for less than, then I will be getting the result as true because 4 is less than 5. Next, again, we are taking the same list. Now we are checking greater than equal to. We always denote greater than equal to like this. Greater than sign also comes over here and equal to sign also comes over here, and we check for both. How? L1 is greater than equal to L2. I'll get the result as false because L1 is neither equal to L2 nor greater than L2. So we are checking for both the operations, greater than also, equal to also. And if any one of the operation is satisfied, I get the result in true. Otherwise, false. Similarly, less than equal to, we always denote this operator as this less than also and equal to also. I'll be writing L1 is less than equal to L2 or not. I'll get the result as true because L2 is not equal to L1. We know that, but L1 is less than L2. And which element is making a comparison? My last element is making a comparison. So in this way, we make comparison between two lists. Some more example I'll be giving you practically. So let's move on. If I write over here 1, 2, 3, 4 is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. That means my list 1 is equal to list 2 or not. I'll get the result as true. Because if we compare number of elements, then also both are equal. And if we check elements, then also elements are equal in both the lists. So I'll get the result in true. Now, because I told you that the comparison is always made on the basis of lexicographical order. That means alphabetical order or dictionary. Obviously, we are making a comparison in the integer format. So I cannot follow the alphabetical order, but The motive behind saying is that we always make a comparison on the basis of element, not on the basis of number of elements. And in fact, if we have different data types in both the lists, then also the comparison cannot be made. For example, if I say 1, 2, 3, 4 is equal to 2, 3, 4, 5, I'll get the result as false. Although both the lists are containing 4 number of elements, but still I am getting the result as false. Why? Because my first element is compared with the first element of another list. And 1 is less than 2. It is not equal to 2. So my comparison result is made onto my first element only. Interpreter will not even look for the second element in the list. My decision is made, right? Similarly, if I say 1, 2, 3, 4 is equal to 1, 2, 2, 3. Now also I'll get the result as false because my first two elements are equal in both the lists, but my third elements are not equal. Here is 3 and here is 2. So the decision is made onto third element in the sequence. Now, if I compare them in this way, like right now I am checking the equality. If I'll check whether it is greater than or not, I'll get the result in true. Because my 1 and 1 both are equal. 2 and 2 both are equal. So there is no less than or greater than. So the interpreter is jumping upon third element, and third element, once it is comparing, then 3 is greater than 2. So I get the result in true. Similarly, if I'll place over here less than sign in place of greater than, I'll get the result in false because 3 is not less than 2. Now, if I say less than equal to, then also I'll get the result in false because my lists are neither equal nor less than the another list. But yes, if I'll be writing 1, 2, 3, 4 is not equal to, or we can say is less than equal to 1, 2, 3, and 4, I'll get the result in true. Because both the lists are not lesser or greater than to each other, but they both are equal to each other. So either of the operator is working, at least. Either my less than will work or my equality will work. I'll get the result in true. But if both are not satisfying the operation, then I will get the result in false for sure. Another example I want to give you that, as I told you that if we have the different data types in both the lists, then also the comparison cannot be made. And this is true. How? Let's take an example. Like I'm writing 12 and 13. Two elements I'm taking. And now I'm going to check the equality with 12. If I'll write 12 in this way, in the string pattern, and 13 also in the string pattern, I will get the result as false. Because my first list is containing integer types of elements and my second list is containing string type of elements. And integer cannot be equal to a string type. That's why I'm getting the result as false. In return, if I'll be checking the comparison in this way, I'll get the result in true because both are not equal. And this is true. But one more variation is here. If I'll write 12.0, 13.0, I will get the result in false. According to me, as I told you, that comparison cannot be made between two data types. The answer should be wrong. Answer is wrong, but the answer is correct. Why? Because if we compare integer and float values in these terms, then both are equal. So if I'll be writing it in this way, equality check, then I'll get the result in true. Because 12 is equal to 12.0, 13 is equal to 13.0. Here in these type of comparisons, Python does not consider the data type, it considers the value. So 12.0 and 12 are hardly different. They are equal. Because if you will remove this fractional portion of this 12 and 13 as 0.0, it will be equal to these values. There is no difference. So here in these type of comparisons, we get the result in a positive way. But yes, in these type of values where I'm completely converting my integer value into the string values, I will get the opposite result. That means here the restriction of data type is coming in on the way. And different data types cannot be compared at all. But yes, if I'll be making a comparison in this way, like if I'll be writing 13.2, obviously I'll get the result in false, because if I discard this 0.2, my 13 cannot be equal to 13 because this is 13.2, this is not 13.0, and it makes a difference. So in 0.0 cases, only the values can be same, not in other cases. We can ignore over here 0.0, but we cannot ignore 0.2 over here. So in this way, we make the comparisons in the list. So in PPT, I told you another way of comparing the list. Here I have told you another way, and either of the way we can apply. Like I store my list in this way also. Like if I say this and L2 can contain 12.0 and 13.0. And now I can compare L1 is equal to L2 or not. So with the help of these variables also, we can make a comparison, or straightforward by writing the lists also having relational operators in between, we can make a comparison. But there are certain points. So let's recapitulate this, that comparison is not dependent upon the number of elements, but it is dependent upon the element. That means the type of element or the value which is stored over there. So we make the one more example I can give you on the basis of that if I say 1, 2, 3 and I check it as 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will get the result as false. Because if we check over here 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 both are same, but there is no more element in my list 1, but there is one more element in my list 2. Similarly, if I say this is less than, yes, of course, this is lesser than my list 2. Because here are 3 number of elements, here are 4 number of elements. But in that case also, if I say 5, then I'll get the result as false. Because here my number of elements are not compared, but the value of my elements is compared. 5 is greater than 1. First element is compared with first element of the another list, and I'm getting the result as false. If I'll opposite it this way, if I'll check for greater than, I'll get the result in true. So here the number of elements is discarded completely. This concept is not working at all, but my comparison of the value of elements is working over here. 5 is greater than 1, so I'm getting the result as true. My interpreter will not even look for the second element in the sequence, because the decision is made on the first element itself. So no matter that my first list is containing 3 number of elements and my second list is containing 4 number of elements. No, but the values inside my list matters. So this is how we make comparison. I guess this is enough for the day. So keep practicing, keep watching. I will come with more tutorials. Till then, stay safe, stay happy.